Stronger teams, smarter plays. This is Hustle and Heart. Let's get to work.
Season Journal, Entry 15. The streak broke this week. Nothing dramatic, just sloppy timing, missed calls, a couple of redos that shouldn't have happened. For a minute, it felt like we'd lost the rhythm Coach kept talking about. Monday morning, he walked in with a clipboard instead of pictures. Injury report, he said. We're not pointing fingers, we're just diagnosing. He went first, admitted he'd overloaded the schedule, then Dana owned a wrong material order. Jason confessed to giving a client a date he couldn't keep. No speeches, no defense, just quick hits. What happened, how we'll fix it, when we'll report back. By the third one, it didn't feel heavy anymore. It felt clean, honest, like taping an ankle before getting back in the game. By the end of the huddle, the whiteboard looked like a recovery plan, names, actions, deadlines. Dana started calling it our return to play list. Coach smiled at that, said if we can face our misses this fast, we'll never stay down long. I think he's right. The best teams don't hide their bruises, they rehab them in daylight.
That right there, that diagnosing part, it hits different, right? I mean, on my crews, if something breaks or like a job runs over, which, I'll be honest, has happened, your first instinct is to look for who's responsible, like who dropped the ball. But man, when you see a coach or project lead just lay it out, no blaming, just here's what happened, here's how we fix it. It strips the drama out of it. I remember straight up overrunning a schedule, whole day snowballed. Instead of hiding it, I stood up in front of the crew. Yeah, I called this wrong, here's what I didn't see. Way less stress than finger pointing. Almost freeing, if that makes sense.
Totally makes sense, Jake. The whole idea, the sports teams call it the injury report, isn't about shaming somebody for spraining an ankle or missing a pass. It's how fast can you get honest about what went wrong so you can get everybody moving toward recovery. It's clarity over blame. The result? Quicker resets, less gossip, way more trust. And Amani, you always say there's power in sharing your story, not hiding it, right?
Absolutely. The research in narrative psychology says when we drag mistakes out into daylight, name them, say what really happened, it turns shame into relief. People don't freeze up, they breathe out. We lose way more energy hiding our misses than we do fixing them. That line in the journal, it felt clean, honest, like taping an ankle before getting back in the game. That's not just sports. That's just human. So let me throw this out. When something breaks down at work, what's your team's first reaction? Do you all get honest fast, or does it get buried until the next fire?
Honestly, if you're not careful, it just gets buried. People try and patch over stuff, quiet, but when you lead with, here's the story, here's the next move, it sets the tone. I can't say we've got it perfect, but man, it shifts the whole vibe from hiding and guessing to dealing and moving. It's like, just call the injury and start the rehab, you know?
Yep, let's keep rolling with that, because what happens after you call out the miss is what actually changes the game. Let's talk about the anatomy of the weekly huddle, for instance. Straight out of Chapter 5. It's not a defense session. It's quick. What happened? How we'll fix it? When we'll report back? No speeches. Just, here's my miss. Here's my next step. I love mapping this onto what I call the return to play list. Each person, every week, state the miss, commit to the action, name the deadline, make it visible. I saw this run at a FedEx station. Driver misses a delivery, they claim it, propose a reroute before lunch, supervisor just says, go, check back at 2 p.m. That's it. No scapegoat, just next play.
FedEx has it dialed, huh? I gotta share one from the field. I double booked a job one morning. I'm talking 2 crews, 1 set of materials, total mess. Instead of slipping off and hoping nobody would notice, or, blaming dispatch, I just owned up at the morning huddle. Guys, my bad, I double booked us, here's what I think we do. And immediately, everyone started jumping in with solutions. We rerouted the crews in about 3 minutes, and honestly, it got fixed faster than if I'd tried to hide it or wait for my boss to assign blame. It ended up being way less painful than carrying it around all day. Like, the sooner you admit it, the sooner you're back in the game. For real.
That's exactly why honesty works. The research and my experience have shown me that teams who admit the miss and move into action avoid the trap of those defensive huddles. If you've ever watched a team spend more time crafting excuses than outlining recovery, that's misery in motion. But a quick return-to-play plan, state, act, commit to the report back, makes space for growth and trust. It becomes less about who failed, more about how we fail forward. That practice can start from any seat on the team, too. Don't need a title or permission.
Exactly. If you're listening, don't wait for your manager to invent this. Try it at the next team check-in. Here's what slipped on my plate. Here's what I'm going to do. I'll loop you all by Thursday. You'll be shocked how fast the mood shifts from tense to let's go. We've seen this work frontline. We've seen it work in the boardroom. The secret is action, not excuses.
Let's take this to the bigger picture for a minute. If you look at the best teams, they don't just recover in private, their growth is visible. Healing happens in honesty, not in hiding. You can't rehab a bruised team in the dark and expect trust. Transparency builds psychological safety, and that's the foundation for high performance, period.
Couldn't agree more. On my jobs, it's been the visible recovery plans, the whiteboard with names, the post-shift check-in, the text group where you own your miss and follow up. It's easy to regret quietly, but it's game-changing to improve out loud. Even the clients notice. When they see the plan, not just the apology, they trust you more, not less.
Yeah, and you don't need fancy software or a 5-page protocol. It's just make it visible. Write it up on a whiteboard, circulate an accountability tracker in your group text, run a post-shift huddle with, what did we learn? What's next? You're normalizing growth. Over time, it's not scary to surface mistakes. It's expected. That's how teams move from average to championship level. Every player, every rep, in plain sight.
And that's your action step for this week. Don't just think about it, do it. Try running your own injury report or return to playlist by Friday. Whiteboard, group chat, post-shift huddle, doesn't matter. The habit is what makes it stick, not the setup. The sooner you act, the sooner your team levels up. The best teams are built out of these tiny, visible recoveries. It's urgent. Start today, not next week.
Make it visible and authentic. Your team's going to feel it, and your clients are going to respect it. That's how you stack wins when things get off track. If you want to be the best, rehab your misses in daylight.
Everyone listening, take care of your team and yourselves. See you in Chapter 16.
You have been listening to Hustle and Heart. Remember, champions aren't born, they're built on small daily choices.